in the Peak District this week, and I'll give you one guess at where we're going. Yeah, we're going up on Kinder, and it's quite a blustery day. We've got like 20-25 mile an hour winds today, and tomorrow morning it's due to get up to around 40 gusts. It's a south-southwesterly, and it remains that. So what my plan is, I'm going to head up to the northern edge, or across to the northern edge should I say, coming from Edale of Lewis. Ah, heck, see how strong this is. So I've come up path towards Grinslow Knoll, bearing off to the west round it, traversing round, heading over to the northern edge somewhere. I've got a couple of spots in mind which I'm hoping might give me a bit of shelter, so we'll see about that. But we'll get on off up here, get through gate at the top, get on path, and we're going to head across top of Crowden Brook into Woolpacks, and then we're going to go on a different route, one that I've had my eye on for a bit and I keep looking at, but I've never walked across it, over to the northern edge, so this should be interesting. As I was just mentioning there, wind speeds were supposed to be like 25 mile an hour today, getting up to sort of, you know, 50-35 and up to 40 gusts tomorrow morning. But as I was coming right outside the Grinslow Knoll here, it got up really considerably. So I've got my Skywatch on me just here, and it was varying 18, 20, 25 mile an hour, high gust to 35 mile an hour. So it's definitely a lot stronger than what the forecaster's got it today. So we'll see how that fares. Like I say, hopefully I'm going to get over that northern edge, and fingers crossed I can find a sheltered spot. I've got a couple of spots in mind. I don't know if I said to start with, a couple of spots in mind, and hopefully one of them might give me a bit of shelter from it. So temperature wise it's about 11-12 degrees throughout day today. Obviously with this higher wind, the feels like temperature comes down quite considerably. But minimum temperature tonight for Kinder Scout is 5 degrees. Again, obviously with that wind chill, the feels like, or the wind should I say, it takes that feels like down quite a lot, down to about -2 I think. But 5 degrees overnight temperature for Kinder in February. I'm hoping we haven't seen it back, or the last of winter should I say. I still want some snow camps and some frost and minus temperatures, blue skies and all that, and yeah, I'm hoping we've not seen it last of winter. So we've just got to the top of Crowden Brook. This is flowing quite well as I suspected it would be. Plenty of water coming down that today. Had quite a lot of rain just recently, so I'm not getting the water here though. I'm going to, as I've already mentioned, we'll get over at northern edge, find a water source over there, that's where I'm going to get my water from, save me carting it all the way over. So we'll get over here now, up the staircase, across to Woolpacks, and we'll see if we can locate this path that I've been looking at. So this is top of Crowden Tower. Visibility is dwindling. Right, well, it was meant to be quite clear, good visibility. Still see down into the valley light, but now we're sorted up at plateau level. We've got the Kinder Clagg. Let's hope we don't get lost. Wouldn't be such a bad thing, would it? Right, so we've just arrived into the wool packs. I'm more at top end light, but obviously as you can see. So this spot I'm on about, it's that long since I've actually camped here. I can't seem to remember where it was. When I say I can't seem to remember, I can, but it's trying to locate it. Can't remember if it were sort of at bottom end here or up at top end. I think it's the lower end down here somewhere. Tops up out onto a really nice flat spot, and then it's just over at back. So we'll just I think I've spotted it. This is the spot. As you can see, it's tucked away from sort of paths and everything. Paths are just back over at brow, just over there. So you are out of sight, paths are just back down here. There's a nice flat area just here, but this is the spot that I've used quite regular. It's a few years since I've actually camped here, but it is a cracking spot just there. It's a little bit wet, not boggy, but a little bit wet as it is now during winter, but in summer it's really nice and dry, obviously apart from when we've had a deluge of rain. But as you can see, it's a cracking little lovely flat spot just here. And as well, one of the first ever times I camped up on Kinder, a long time since. Again, if I can find it, we'll just have it back here. I found a lovely little spot out at wind where I got my Zephyros in. I can see it just here. This is reminiscing now, this is going back some time. Came out at top of here, and just here. I got my Zephyros just there. First ever winter camp, so it's a proper winter camp I did. We got a lot of really thick ice and snow and that, and it was a lot more shelter than I can't remember what direction wind were coming in, but I'd come over from Swine's Back. It was too windy on there, and that's where I camped for night, and I've camped there about 3 times now. But yeah, that just over back there where we've just been, that's the favoured spot. So right, this path, you might not be able to make it out, but there's a very faint path there. It's not on any OS maps, Harvey's maps are out like that. It's not marked on the maps. But I've always had an eye. Every time I've come here, I come over and I look at this path. Obviously we're heading straight south, or north should I say, heading north, straight over at Plateau. And I'm going to walk over that today and find out exactly where it comes out at on the other side. So let's get going. No ground for me, this, no ground. So very quickly I've intersected a path here, as you can see. Woolpacks is only just there. We've literally walked less than a minute. Woolpacks is just there. And this path heads back to the top of Crowden Clough, but it's not the actual Crowden Clough sort of stream river, if you want. As you come to the top of Crowden Clough, there's the main bit, and off to the left there's another little scramble off up to your left that, you know, someone you might recognise or sort of realise where I'm on about. This path that comes along here comes from there, but it's a sort of east-west path, but where this other track comes across here and goes along here. It's very faint. When I say track, it looks like a bit of a sheep trod more than out, but we're heading straight for a little outcrop of rocks over there. So I'll fetch you back when we get back over there, see what that looks like over there. We'll carry on following this little trod. So we'll be continuing following this little track that we're walking on. This is a little outcrop of rocks that's on map. It's not particularly not too interesting. It's not like you could camp around here or like that, but this little trod, this little route we're following keeps going, so It's obviously it's not a very well worn path or track. It definitely gets walked on. Well, we're still on this little bit of a track. Like I said track, I use that term very loosely. I don't know if you can make it out. Can you see that there? And I've just had a look at map, and we do seem to be heading directly for Crowden Head, which again is a place I've camped at quite a few times. A lovely spot there. Camped summer solstice quite a few years ago there. Had a cracking night on that night, should I say. But yeah, we seem to be heading directly for Crowden Head, so we'll keep following this. And as I was saying back there, it doesn't seem to, it's not that well of a worn path, but it obviously gets walked, because just as I'm saying that, look at footprints there. So like I say, it does obviously get walked. Oh, this is my first time across here. Right then, well that's interesting. This path here, we've just followed this track off at the top here. It's come straightly on to this. This is the track, or the route that's on the maps, on our west maps, that comes from top of Crowden Brook, which I were on about to start with. The one that, if you look at it, it curves round like a banana, takes you straight round to Kindergate, St Kinder Downfall. In fact, I can literally see Kindergates there. So we're not far off of Kindergates. So that's interesting. My plan is to head to Fairbrook Naze. Now Fairbrook Naze is over in that direction, and I can see Fairbrook Naze, or I could afford. I dropped into here, so I do know that just beyond Kindergates, a little bit further on, there is again another unmarked path that takes you straight over to Fairbrook Naze. So do I walk over to that, or do I take a bearing straight over to Fairbrook Naze and just head straight over the plateau? I'll walk along here for a minute or so and make my mind up. That's Kinder Scout for you. The Kinder Scout bog. I don't know, I made a concerted decision that instead of walking along to Kindergates, which is just there, you walk slightly beyond Kindergates, and then you've got to sort of know where the oh sorry, I'm just distracted because I've just spotted an hare. You'll not be able to see it on GoPro because it's too far away, but I've just spotted an hare in one of the gills just over there. I can see it tucked up in under one of the gruffs. Full winter coit on. Yeah, where were I? Kindergates. You walk past Kindergates so far on, and if you know where it is, some on you might, a lot of you probably won't. There is a path that takes you straight over to Fairbrook Naze, and I've cut off before that, so walking further that way to walk. So me being me, I'm cutting straight across plateau. Oh, we're not theming it, that's what we've done. We followed that little bit of a track, but it's been an interesting one. That I didn't expect it to fetch me out where it did, which was a surprise. But yeah, we'll cut straight across, make a beeline straight for Fairbrook Naze. We'll get some water there, and hopefully one of these two camp spots that I've got in mind. I have got a preference, my first choice. I'm hoping, I've camped there before, I'm hoping it's out at wind, but we'll see about that when we get there. If you're ever coming across plateau as well, if you know people that know Kinder quite well, you'll know what I mean. But as I was saying just back there, I saw that hare. Now at one point a long time ago there were a lot of hares on Kinder. Used to see them all over, but in recent years the numbers are really dwindling. There's still a lot on Bleaklow, I go up there regular of the winter with my zoom camera and I get some cracking images of them. But on Kinder the numbers are dwindling. You very rarely see them. I say I probably dropped lucky seeing that one there. But what, you know, to give us a good opportunity or a good chance of seeing any these gruffs like this as you're coming over, so keep this end quiet and have a little, you're sort of sneaking about. That's what I do when I'm on Leeklow, like I said, with camera. You're literally you're sneaking about and you're popping your head over little gruffs, looking round corners and stuff, and if you see them and they just sit there, they don't know you're there. And if it's a little bit windy as well, try and sort of get downwind so they don't catch your scent. Because obviously if you're upwind or top end upwind carries your scent and they catch scent of you, they'll be gone long before you see them. So yeah, but you know, sort of keep your scent quiet and keep having a look over these gruffs. And what they tend to do is, if you see that bit there, we'll get this on little shelves, you know, in overhangs and stuff like that. At winter's best time to see them, obviously, because they've got the winter coats, and not as you're moving along and all of a sudden you can see a little white lump sat against the bare peat and you think, ah, that's one there, and you try and sneak up to it and get a photo and that, and it's good to see them. But like I say, numbers are dwindling on Kinder for sure. Right, destination is in sight. That's Fairbrook Naze. So we're just going to drop into this gill now and follow that. That takes us straight to the top of Fairbrook Naze itself, where it falls are. We'll get us water and then we'll go and find this spot. Right, we've reached the top of Fairbrook Naze. Flowing quite well. It always is this one, even in summer. There's plenty of water comes down this one. So I get back off here, get the water from that little cascade there, and then we'll make our way along edge and we'll find this spot. Right, water filtering time. Right, well, that's 3 litres of water collected, just as I filtered it. Although I don't think you can see them, but there were 3 young uns turned up, like 2 lads and a young lass. Get big packs on their backs, so they're up here for night. So they're going out opposite side, round that side, but look on it. They've walked, come up Fairbrook Naze, going right opposite side, but look on it, so not following me around. Right then, as we approach the favoured spot, and a lot of you will know what I'm on about here. I'm not going to directly tell you what it is, but and I've just noticed something and all. Tea bag or a coffee bag. I'll take that. Whoever's been here and left that, I'll take it. I'll put that in my rubbish bag and take it off with me. Unbelievable. Right, yeah, I think just back up on top there I took a wind speed reading with Skywatch, similar to what we've had all the way up really. 18, 20, 25, an highest gust of 32 mile an hour, so we are out at worst in it here. Inevitably we are going to get a few gusts whipping just over the top and coming down and hitting us, but It's certainly not the 25-30 mile an hour which we've got up on Exposed Top, and it is a nice spot here. Like I say, I've camped here a few times. It is a popular spot, but look at that view you get as well. So yeah, I'm going to get bag off. Not going to pitch up just yet. Might just chill out for half an hour or something like that. I don't know what time it is, how it looks, but yeah, so it's a little bit, that's not too bad. That was the other thing I was worried about slightly, whether it was quite boggy, but it's not too bad actually. It'll be fine that. Right, get bag off, sit down for half an hour, 40 minutes before I put tent up. Chill out time. So sunset's all about 5:30 now, I think. So as I was saying, I'm just going to sit here for a bit, and it's only 5 to 4, so we're slightly early for pitching. So I'm gonna give it another 20 minutes, half an hour. But because I've stopped, it's quite cold, so got my down jacket out, and look at me. Oh posh. I've been and bought myself some buffalo mitts. As I'm sat here on my phone, my fingers are getting a little bit cold with that wind chill. It's not too bad on it tips of my fingers, but yeah, I have got mitts. I've got 2 lots of rab mitts, but the really big, well, one pair's a really big pair. I forget what model they are now, but they're a really big pair of down mitts. They must be 5, 6, 7 year old, and I only really wear them in really cold conditions at camp in winter, and there's a lot of snow and it's really cold. And then I've got another thicker pair that's got like a, well, they're not thicker, they've got like a fingered primal off glove, similar stuff to this, the fingered, but then you slot them inside a waterproof like a mitt. So they're all right for, again, sort of around camp, but they're no good for sort of walking in, because they're a little bit too big. So as I say, got a lot of recommendations. Obviously I've got winter to do, and I've been at camp and stuff, and I'm going like this because my fingers are freezing and I'm filming and faffing about. My phone's going crackers here, I don't know, must have got some signal. Yeah, my fingers are getting cold because I'm taking pictures and doing bits to camera and everything, so I'm taking my gloves off. I have got what I wear at camp, some the rab version of the Montan Primaloft gloves, and they are really warm, but I can't operate my phone with them on. So that's why I take my gloves off all the time, and then my fingers are freezing. So yeah, obviously I'll have to do that with these because these are not phone compatible, are they? But obviously with the mitt, they would keep your fingers together and a lot closer. But yes, I got recommended these by quite a lot on some recent videos, these buffalo mitts. So yeah, I've been and bought some, and there they are. So like I say, it's what time did I say? Well, 5 to 4. I'm gonna give it maybe 15 or 20 minutes. Make sure there's nobody else knocking about. Them 3 young'uns that I saw, I can see them. They were about 5-10 minutes ago. They were on. I can see straight over to Chinese wall from here, and I could see them stood about on top of there. So whether they've got big packs on, so they were definitely camping. In fact, I can see them. They're over there now. They've been over to Chinese wall. They've come back over there. So they must definitely be camping. So anyway, they're over there right away. So yeah, I'm gonna get 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I'll get tent pitched. We're into Chinook again, Big Sky Chinook. This will be its first outing in Peak District, this actually. Times I've used that, it's always been lakes and Wales on it. So yeah, Chinook makes its debut in the Peak District, and that's about that. Right, I'll fetch you all back a bit shortly. A bit later on, should I say, or shortly. Whatever, I'm babbling on, Anna. I'll see you in a bit. Well, as you can see, it's only 10 minutes later since I last spotted you, but the Clagg is descending. So that is my cue to get my tent up. So I'm gonna get tent up, get everything set up. I'm gonna get into my warm gear and I'm gonna get my centre brew on, warm my hands, and that's when I'll fetch you back when we're all ready, when we're all set up, because that is it's coming in quite thick over there, if you can see. That's that wind fetching it. It is nice and sheltered here, like I was saying when we first arrived. There's an odd little gust whipping over, but it's not too bad, so we'll be spot on just here. Right, I'll fetch you back shortly. Tent up, get ready, brew on, go. See you in a bit. Beautiful. Absolutely love the smell of these coffee bags. Beautiful. Oh, lovely. Right then, it is 5:25, so it's obviously gone at sunset, but totally clagged out there now. Totally clagged out, can't see a thing. So I'm in here, got out of my gear that I've walked up in, changed my layers and everything. I've got my Senchi layers on, got my warm smart wool socks on, nice and cosy now. So yeah, obviously as you've seen, got me sent a brew on, so it's time to chill out, relax, catch up on a bit of social media on my phone, and I'll fetch you back a little bit later on. Probably going to be getting my tea early tonight and probably getting to bed early, I think, I should imagine. Not that I'm tired or out, it's just I'm in one of them moods where it's just I need to relax, chill and enjoy for what it is. You know, them me time ones. So yeah, I'll fetch you back a little bit later on when I'm having my tea or whatever. Catch you in a bit. Right then, that's tea on go. Spout kettle. And the Adventure Foods pasta bolognese tonight. That's actually one of my favourite ones, that. I really like that one. It's really nice and tasty, really nice and filling. Let to cool down a little bit before I pour my coffee. Bang on 8 o'clock. I don't know what time it was I last spotted here, but I've not done this for a long while, you know. I've been off work for a few days now, so I'm not due back for another 3 days, but I got laid down in bag nice and snug, pulp covered over me, and I drifted off to sleep, and I've had about an hour's kip, and so I've not done that in a while. So yeah, just nipped outside. It's still clagged in a little bit. I can still see some car lights down on Snake Pass down here, and I can just about make moon out through mist, but other than that can't see a great deal. So yeah, jump back in here, back in bag. It's quite nippy out there. Wind seems to have died off a little bit. Still getting some odd gusts coming through, but not as bad as it was earlier on, even though it's supposed to be getting worse if you believe the forecast. So yeah, jump back in here, kettle on, I'm gonna get some tea, brew, that'll be about it really. I'll fetch you back a little bit later on when I get my hot chocolate on, and as per usual I've got a bit of chocolate and some cookies to enjoy. Nip a whiskey, I'll eat it, and I'll be gonna sleep. Right, look, kettle's just gone on again. It's chocolate and cookies time. I can find it. Look, usual Belgian mint hot chocolate, and I've got some Vienna swirls tonight. I'm not even sure what time it is. 20 to 10. I've been watching a bit of YouTube, catching up on a few videos. I've just watched Pat's micro car camper. I just watched that one. What a bloke he is, what a bloke. And then there's another channel I've watched, Ad's Adventures. A guy that's done his own camper up. It's a Fiat Ducato, and he's just embarking on a trip to Antarctic. He's just, latest episode 3, is into Norway. I'm on this, I forget what he said he called it now, this road. It was featured in an advert that, I think it was a Ferrari advert from 80s, 90s, whenever it was. Looks absolutely amazing. That is definitely something I would love to do, that when my camper's finally completed. It's nearly there, it's nearly there. We're not far off now. It's actually, what date did I say it was today? 19th. On 21st, 2 days away. I'm having first fix done for electrics and the diesel heater. And I've got a few bits to finish off with some carpeting. Got all furniture, that's all built. Just needs to go in and all be fitted in place. Do everything, and then I need to rearrange with guy that's doing me my electrics and diesel heater for the second fit out, which is getting everything in place and making everything, connecting everything up, making it all live. And it's about there, it's nearly done. So yeah, I'll probably, when that's all completed, I might do a bit of a video on that and let you have a look at that. I'm quite excited about that, to be honest. So yeah, that's a guy I watch on YouTube, Ad's Ventures. So yeah, I'm gonna get this hot chocolate. It's not looking too bad outside either. I've just poked my head out and it's cleared up a little bit. That wind's nowhere near as bad as it was earlier on. Still getting a little gust here and there, but it's not as bad as it was earlier. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this chocolate, get my cookies, and then not so long after that I'll be eating sack. So I'll probably wrap it up here for tonight. I'll catch you in the morning. Well, good morning. Had a really good sleep there. Quite a warm night. I don't know what time it is. About 7 o'clock, I think. 7:08. Yeah, had a really good sleep there. I don't know what time it was I went to sleep. But it's been quite a warm night as well. I usually slept in this light as I usually do, but I usually like sort of have my buff round my neck and my beanie on. But I took them off because I was quite warm round my neck and everything, and I usually cinch my neck baffling round my sleeping bag, you know, to stop any drafts getting in. But this is how I've slept with bag so far up my last night. Yeah, I don't know what temperature got down to, but as I was saying yesterday, on forecast it was for a minimum of 5 degrees last night, so looks as though it was right, that. So yeah, like I say, I've literally been up about 10 minutes. Woke up, it was my phone going off that woke me up more than out. So I might have still been asleep if I hadn't been for that. So I woke up, I saw, as I said, I've just seen time. Poked my head out there, it's all clagged out there, I think it's still,
Yeah, still Clagg that. Can't see him more than 6 yard in front of the tent there. 6 foot should I say. So yeah, kettle on at first brew up morning. Start bringing my hen round and get a little bit of breakfast. It'll not be long before we're packing up and getting off. So as well as temperature's been quite mild. Obviously I was saying yesterday we're supposed to be getting 40-mile-an-hour winds, gusts up here this morning. But I say I've slept really well, not heard any wind through me. This little bit this is about as bad as it's getting. So they've either got forecasts, they've either got wind speeds wrong, or like I were hoping, we're in a really nice sheltered spot here, which was a bit of a master stroke. So I'm expecting to get up this morning. I'll be woken up by wind, absolutely braying this. So and I can't sort of. Usually when you're in a sheltered spot, you can hear wind if it's bad, whistling right rocks and everything. But I can't hear out. So I bet it's not half as bad as what the forecast have got it. Which is a good thing. I'm not complaining about that. So I'm gonna enjoy my brew. Get changed into my hiking out clothes. And we'll take a look at what it looks like out there. It certainly doesn't look as though it's getting any better. Like I say, I can't see much. I can see grass about 6 foot in front of me and that's it. It's all white. So it looks like it's going to be a clagged out walk off this morning. Right, this is what we've got out here this morning. Sun is actually out up there. We keep getting brief spells where sun's burning through and valley keeps clearing. This low cloud keeps clearing a little bit or lifting. And we get some nice views down there with a little bit of cloud drifting in and out. But as you can see, it don't last very long. 30 seconds and that's it. By the time you get your phone out to take a picture, it's gone. It's just poking through again there at sun, look. Right, we're packed up anyway. I've got bags all packed. I just need to drop tent now, get that rolled up, strapped on side, and we'll get off. Hopefully this lifts. I might actually get to see some views on walk back to Edale. Fingers crossed, you never know. Right then, that's it, we're all packed up, bag on back. That's where we were, leave no trace as always. These, like I said, these views keep opening up. You can actually see across the far edge now, across the seal stones, that edge there. I think that might be the route we're taking back. I don't know yet. I might walk across edge so far and then I might cut across plateau. I don't know yet, I'll see when I get down there. But yeah, leave no trace. You might sort of realise that when I found that, might have been a bit obvious that I weren't right happy about finding that tea bag or that coffee bag or whatever it was. So I've put it in my rubbish bag. I'll tell you know, taking other people's rubbish home. But I noticed as well as, you know, there were little bits of wrappers kicking about that they've obviously blown off with wind now. But I've just noticed as well as I was packing up, there's a little bag or something just tucked in heather there. So again, I'll pick that up, take it with me. I can't get my head around people's logic, I don't know, I just don't know. You fetch it in, whatever you fetch with you, take it home. It's not hard. I just don't get people's logic. Anyway, enough at rant, enough at negativity. It's all about positivity this, isn't it? So yeah, leave no trace. Let's get going. Well, I'll pick that up first and then I'm off. Tell you what, these mitts There's a bit of, it's probably 18-20 mile an hour winds, and although it's not freezing, there is a significant wind chill. And if I got my finger gloves on, I'd probably be feeling a bit of a nip on finger ends. But these, my hands are actually very, very warm in these. So I don't know if I said yesterday when I was on about them, thank you very much to everybody who recommended these buffalo mitts for walking in. It was absolutely brilliant. So if I've got my bearings right, and I know it because I recognise the shape of the rock. Back here. So, seems it's getting quite popular, this stone. There's a lot of people wanting to know where it is. It is a bit of a thing to come and see, and it's quite a unique thing to be carving into stone onto gritstone and on Kinder Plateau, that's for sure. It's not unusual to see dates and initials, especially sort of, maybe not on Kinder, but in certain areas around Howden Edges and Derwents and stuff like that. Derwent Edges are the Wilsons from Broomhead, who were hunters back in like sort of 18 and 1900s. Sort of even back into 1700s. So you've got Anthony Wilson, Remington Wilson and all that. So if you see any AW or RRWs, that's the Wilson family from Broomhead Estate, that used to sort of own a lot of land for shooting. But yeah, this is certainly unique, and if anybody ever comes, I mean, first time I ever come to this, I did try and do quite a bit of research, very unfruitful, shall we say. Couldn't find out how to do it, couldn't find out who done it, how old it was. You can see that it is quite old. Obviously it's not Aztec old, but it is old because it's really quite weathered. And I don't know if you can make out, but in some areas it looks like they put some kind of wax or tar or something into it, because there's still bits on it left. And then underneath, I don't know whether you'll see, there's some initials there, SL. Obviously the SL is whoever carved it, so whoever that is. But the one thing I did find out, and again it's only through doing a bit of internet searching, I sort of tried to look up Aztec carvings and the meanings, and comparing, I got a photo of this of course, and comparing that against something that were very, very similar, and its meaning meant it's a love and an appreciation of the land and freedom, which it probably would fit in with up here, wouldn't it? So yeah, like I said, don't quote me on that, it's not 100%, it was just something that I sort of associated with a very similar carving, and that's what it meant, that's what its meaning was, a love and an appreciation of the land and of freedom and the land. So yeah, Aztec stone. Right, we're gonna make a beeline now straight to, if I take a bearing straight across the air now, it'll fetch me out just at the top of Grinsbrook. So that's where we're going, and then we'll drop right edge over Grinslow Knoll, traverse round, back down into Weedale. Sometimes when I'm up here, I just like to drop into these little goughs and gills and just follow them. You know, and you sort of come across bits that you don't normally see. Exploring, getting to know a place a bit better, recognising places. Like, you know, we follow this one round here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 great big massive gritstone boulders just there, just like that. You know, how strange is that? Is it strange? Obviously it's geology. Oh, look at them, just round the corner in one of these little gills and troughs that you follow around, and you know, it's absolutely amazing, isn't it? So then we've just come out on the actual Grinsbrook River, stream, whatever you want to call it. Four Jack's cabin is a little bit further up round corner, and there's a cracking camp spot just up there. It's a nice wide open space, room for plenty of tents. I've camped there several times. Had a little bit of a group camp there. I've camped there on my sen. It's a nice spot. Only problem with it is there's no phone signal, so if you want to sit there playing on your phone, on internet or whatever, there's no phone signal. So yeah, we'll follow this round now, come out at top of Grinsbrook, like I was saying, we'll cut across to Grinslow Knoll, traverse around western side of the dark minded path down into Edale. So we're just skirting across top of the obviously as you're coming up Grinsbrook, the right hand fork, which is the one I much prefer coming up. Directly above it, just there, look. As you're coming up Grinsbrook, the one to the left is the straightforward one, and this is the one that's got the grade 1 scramble, so that's sort of halfway up the side of that little waterfall. I much prefer coming up that one, me. It's definitely a more interesting way of coming up. If there's a lot of water going down it, can make it a bit tricky, so anybody that wants to have a crack at that, you've never done out like that before, maybe have a look at it in summer when there's not much water coming down it. Straightforward little climb, a lot more enjoyable than coming up that other side, that's for sure, in my opinion anyway. Right then, so as we make our way down this rocky track back down into Edale, we've come down side of Grinslow Knoll. Edale's just there, so we'll be back down at car park in 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up here for this one. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. Not as windy as the forecasters were making it out to be. Nowhere near 40-mile-an-hour winds up there this morning. I think worse than it was yesterday. We've got that sort of 30, 32, 35 mile an hour, was it? Somewhere around there, maybe 38 tops. But it was certainly nowhere near that up there this morning. A little bit claggy morning, but that sun cleared. We've had a nice walk off. So I'll leave you with that view, a view that never fails. So thanks for watching as always. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on next one.